if you're just joining us, it's a good time, it's a great time, it's a fantastic time. And if where you are, it's gloomy, it's dark and there's no sunrise, wait until you see the smile of our headline screen. Sunrise will come alive. It's that time of the morning when we head over to our headlines with none other than the only queen of headlines.
Wow.
TK.
I don't know. These introductions are getting...
they're getting a little wild. I was wondering if the band was going to come in with like, dun, 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 you know, like, but thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, TK.
I'm just checking if I get in my song.
I'm just checking because I'm not sure. Are we in the song?
I feel like that intro did, you know.
Ready?
I was kidding.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. When TK come, pan up. We don't want bad news, pan up. Only good news, pan up.
When the vibes on it up, pan up.
Pop. So the band ready.
Band and all. Great morning again, and good morning to you. Let's jump into the headlines, all right? We'll now take on IT with no long introduction this morning. Ready? So community main road collapses. Authorities assess damage. A major landslide recently struck the McGlashan and Mount Prospect area of Brandon Hill in West Rural St. Andrew, leaving many residents stranded. Authorities are assessing the damage while one resident recorded the aftermath of the disaster, triggered by weeks of heavy rainfall. The landslide swallowed the main road, causing significant distress among residents. Member of Parliament Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn noted that the road's construction may not withstand such downpours, and it's unclear if it will be restored. Residents are advised to stay vigilant as more heavy rainfall is expected.
Whoa, look at the sights.
No, that's devastating, you know.
Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
That is completely devastating. It's also very frightening.
Yeah.
It is. That has triggered so much in me to see. I cannot imagine being a resident and just seeing this type of devastation around me.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And what's crazy is that it's caused by water.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
And more coming.
Yes.
And it hasn't stopped.
And more is coming, and more again next year, the year after that, and the year after that. So it's like, what do you do? Because, you know, on the one hand, it's like, okay, we need strong roads, and you need to make sure that people are safe, but it's Mother Nature. How do you prepare, plan, and build for that?
Yeah.
You know,
it's tough.
But you see, in areas where there's recurring incidents of that kind of landslide and land slippage, I think that we should take note. I mean, I've heard before, you know, people have been asked to move from certain areas, and I said, where are we going to move go? But the truth is, you see the result of certain
building in certain places.
So, you know,
the landslides have been so many.
Distressing and dangerous, you know?
Yeah,
it seems to be getting worse and worse as time goes on, and you know, global warming and all the impacts on the environment. Yeah. And so I don't know, and we'll have to say, just keep safe, stay as safe as possible. Yeah. And it's a long road to recovery for that area.
It is devastating, absolutely devastating.
But all right, so next up, Jamaican immigrants divided over Trump's 2024 candidacy. For many, the 2024 U.S. election carries significant stakes, as candidates' policies could greatly affect their constituents. Among the Jamaican diaspora, support is divided, with some immigrants backing former President Donald Trump, citing his economic policies, particularly regarding inflation. This has sparked controversy, as you can imagine, as critics argue that Trump's policies are anti-Caribbean, anti-immigrant, you know, and the division among Jamaican immigrants highlights the complexities of their political preferences. As polls close and results are anticipated, the surprising support for Trump adds some intrigue to the U.S. political landscape.
Yes, I was watching last evening and I saw, you know, they have these maps that they show, and you know, the color red and the color blue, and it was mostly red, which represents the color of the Republican Party. So it's trending towards a win for Donald Trump at this time. So we must say that Jamaicans, I said it before, we love U.S. visa. I speak on behalf of a number of Jamaicans when I say that. So I think that's the concern. It's their policy as it regards the management of the border. And immigration, I think, would be a concern for Caribbean nationals and Jamaican nationals, particularly, especially.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not surprised that it's split. I speak to so many people who it's one of the craziest things. Like it's so polarizing. You're either on this end or you're on that end. People, but I'm not surprised at how Jamaicans across here and in the diaspora, they really are 50-50. Some people are really for him. Some people are really against him. It is interesting to watch it play out. I saw somebody say that U.S. politics is like the original reality show. We're in like season 13 of, this particular one, and we're all watching, waiting to see, and it's quite entertaining. But there's this other side of it, and there's this weight of it that is just, it's very serious. It's not a joking matter at all.
And so we're waiting with bated breath for the official results.
So and it affects the entire world.
And it affects the entire world. So we'll look out for that and see what happens. So it's Why Not Wednesday headline time.
Finally!
I feel like I should just come out, do the Wednesday headline and leave. Right? I'm going to need some news in the structure too. All right, so let's talk about it. Japanese company announces plan to build, listen to this, a space elevator.
Them alone.
A Japanese firm, Obayashi Corporation, has announced an ambitious plan to build a space elevator by 2050, and it intends to stop laughing at the people of invention, and it intends to start its construction by 2025. However, there are many challenges, surprisingly so, including the choice of material for the tether. Now, if successful, it will benefit all of mankind. Space elevator is a proposed structure that would link Earth to space, allowing for cheaper and faster access to orbit and beyond. The elevator would use electromagnetic vehicles called climbers to transport cargo, significantly reducing costs compared to rockets. The estimated cost of moving goods via a space elevator could be as low as $57 per pound, much cheaper than current rocket costs. It has no risk of explosion, as happens with rockets as well. So the elevators themselves, which are electrically powered, have zero emissions at all, but a space elevator can be very slow, traveling at a mere 200 kilometers per hour.
No, listen.
I often wonder, in that boardroom, when they're coming up with great ideas, and
nobody can fix a regular elevator that went down. But you want me to take one go to space?
No, but the good thing is it's for cargo. It's not for you.
So then why we don't build one where we can ship with goods them?
From America, from Florida, come here.
We are talking about space. Make we do that. And take down the cost of shipping, please.
No, remember that they have to go up there and do the whole GPS stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that has to go to space. So maybe, hey, let's see.
They're going to find a way for a week or two, and we can't bother with that because me don't like elevator. Much as elevator, where I go away. And I mean this.
I heard about space tourism, tourists going out of space. I don't know. I don't know.
I won't even scuba dive, okay? I have a hard time even going into the ocean, which is to me very much like space, by the way. It's like a whole new universe. It's a galaxy unto itself. For me, if I take up myself, no, I really rate people who do these things.
I think Yendi would do. Yendi, good morning, Yendi. Yendi, would you go to space? She's probably there right
now. Doing pitchy patchy. From the sky.
But that's the news. That's the headlines I have for you this morning. Until we meet again at 7 a.m.
Oh, man.
Listen, all of my peeps who are claustrophobic, I know what you're thinking.
What?
Yeah, we can't manage that at all. No, tight spaces. That's all we have for headlines this morning. Coming up, psalmist David Sutton joined us for some music ministry in Wednesday's service. But first, a quick break. Stick and stay.